Another Filipino film is headed to an international film festival. Ang Maching at ang Pagong, or The Monkey and the Turtle, has been included in the main competition category of the 20th Asian Film Festival in Rome, Italy. The festival will happen from March 30th to April 5th. And to tell us more about this, joining us now live in the studio, we do have director Daniel Palacio and the film's lead character, James Blanco. Good morning to you, gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning.
Ang aga, di ba?
Yeah.
But it's always a pleasure to have people here, you know, on set. I mean, direct, you tell me, very Pinoy, itong title ng movie na to, di ba? I mean, how did you come up with the title to go with the film's theme and story?
This is the popular story of our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal.
Yes.
So the story, actually, it's about the turtle outsmarting the monkey. It's something like the weak outsmarting the strong in the end. So I don't know if we chose the story because of irony. So let's, para tignan natin kung ano bang mangyayari sa film. So is it something like that? It's because it's a political drama. And tignan natin kung yun nangyayari pa ba sa Philippines, sa politics yung, Philippine politics yung ganyan.
I like it because, di ba, you always have the weak outsmarting the strong, and how we always like this to happen to ourselves. And speaking of the festival, it's pretty much like that. There's so many, amazing movies out there, and us in itself, you have been a part of several festivals left and right. Yours is the only one, though, direct in this main competition. How did this happen? Was that always, I know I asked you this when we did The Broker, but was this always your intention to always put out your films first in all of these festivals and then eventually bring it back home?
Yeah, since before naman, yung path ng mga films ko is always compete in festivals abroad. And after that, tsaka na lang yung you bring home the movies of the film after creating buzz outside the country. So it has always been the path of
So when you do your films, direct, it always has that in mind?
Yes.
It's always that?
Because I know then, yung mga films ng Filipino films, they're competitively, you can go against filmmakers outside.
And then, of course, James comes into play.
Exactly.
Tell me about your role here. You are the good guy?
Yes. So, ako si Manuel dito na lumalaban sa incumbent mayor na si Tita Raquel Villavicencio na dynasty na dun sa town ng Quezon.
How was that like, for you to film with Direk here, knowing that it does have the potential to be seen and showcased globally and internationally?
Nako.
Were you nervous? Or was like, Direk?
Sobra. First time ko kasi rin na...
As a lead? Or?
No. Na international na papalabas na. So, sobrang excited na rin. Siyempre si Direk Daniel. Medyo mahirap din kasi yung film na ginawa namin during the time.
This was shot, no, Direk, pandemic pa.
Yes.
Pandemic.
You still got a little bit on that.
Exactly. We shot everything in Catanawan, Quezon.
Okay.
So.
And like all of your other films, you always seem to have this in terms of why are we doing this film? I remember you also mentioned the voiceless finally have a voice in this film. Does the voiceless now have a voice through James? Tell me about that. How is that, Direk?
Yeah, exactly. So dito, nilagyan namin sa spotlight yung mga powerless, yung mga voiceless people. Instead of doing the typical film na yung mga superior sila lagi nanalo. For this one, we highlight namin yung mga tao na, let's say, mga driver, yung mga secretary. Sila kasi yung mga walang power. So they are the one na actually yung mga turtle, kumbaga, sa title. Sila yung turtle. Against the monkey, mga powerful.
Na, di ba?
Correct.
Powerful. I did see the trailer. What was the main takeaway for you, James, in terms of doing this film? And your role?
Very challenging kasi sa akin to dahil yung movie kasi walang script kami dito walang script. So talagang situation lang yung pinagawa sa amin ni Direk. So i-feel mo lang talaga yung scene. So Medyo meron.
Was this something that you had to adjust to? I mean, di ba kadalasan may mga script,
Yeah.
we memorize our lines and I know what we need to say. But with this one, ad-lib na lang kayo, this is a situation, how would you react in this situation?
Binibigyan kami ni Direk ng scene, binibigyan kami ng situation. So doon lang kami base doon sa situation na yun. Medyo challenging talaga siya.
Actually, nagtatawanan kami behind this. Sa backstage eh. Kasi until now, hindi pa niya napapanood.
Yeah.
So, we will be having the world premiere in Rome, Italy. So, hanggang hindi pa niya alam kung ano ba talaga yung...
Paano naman kami? When can we actually see it kung siya hindi pa?
After siguro we go around the world sa mga festival. And then after this, badri namin din naman dito sa ano.
I like the sound of that. Let's go around the world with this film.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit, first up, about the festival that is happening March 30th.
Yeah, it will be the 20th edition of Asian Film Festival, and there will be 18 films competing. And I think Brillante Mendoza's film and Love Diaz will also be there, but not in competition. So, yeah, it's an honor to represent the Philippines.
Parang kadalasan na. I mean, we seem to always be, our names, they seem to call you out as well. Do you have a film that you want to share with us?
Yeah, yung festival director, Antonio Terminini, called me up kasi napanood niya yung film and asked me kung okay lang ba to put the world premiere in the festival. Sabi ko, yeah, sure. Kasi European festival niya. Parang aside from bridging the gap between the Philippine cinema and international cinema, nakakatulad din kasi competition to eh. The good thing about competition kasi parang it gives you the parang drive to be better din. So win or lose, maganda ang competition talaga.
Yeah, win or lose, I mean, you still get your films out there. People get to recognize and watch these amazing films that
Exactly,
you have.
Christine.
Well, thank you so much. I wish we had more time, but thank you so much, of course, Direk, Danielle, and James for
Thank
joining
you.
us
Thank you.
this morning, so early in the morning. Thank you for being with us here in New Day.